All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
On the ball. 46 down, man. 5-4. Lefty.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Let's go. Man, 5-7.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now Edmonds, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Grade 15, grade 15.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Tried for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sandejo. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Well, it's not just the defensive backs that have to have short memories. Sometimes it's the quarterbacks. Throw an interception, especially one that's a pick six. You've got to get to the sidelines quickly, shake it off, and get back out there and move your team.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Run, run. Black, black, come on. Grade 15, grade 15. Lion, lion, lion. Run, run. Black, black. Run.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Go, go. Grade 15, grade 15. Run, run.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sandejo. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Spinning away. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Here we go.
let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's go.
They pitch it out to Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's going to go down again.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down.
Here we go, Art. Let's go.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Run. Great.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Ben Gideon in on the stop.
Hang in there now. Let's go. Tight end right. Black, come on. Great. Check. Four down.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Run. Hey, 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
81, 81. 82, 82. That's it.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They start the drive with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Second down, Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Ryan Quigley now, standing just outside his own goal line. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Let's go. Great.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Shorty. 82. Run.
Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, stack. Run.
Now Wentz on third down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On second down, Cousins again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Kendall Wright, the intended target. 3rd down here. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, this is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let's go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And some space here. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Third and long for Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They run with Pumphrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
go. Right side, solid. Hey. 4 down.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he slings one that's incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Go. Great 15.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Daniil Hunter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken right around the 44. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Cousins now on 2nd down. Got a man complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They run the counter with Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw, Cousins. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Shorty. Grade 15. Let's go.
Play action. Now Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, third quarter now up in Seattle. And the Rams have scored to move in front. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Working out of the gun, Cousin. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Cousins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Edmonds. And some room to work. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's your son?
They run with Edmonds. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Hey, 4 down. Don't go.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. Always got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Right back to him on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's Pumphrey on the toss, and he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And now out comes Minnesota. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Two.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week. 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your...
And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Right,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Cousins again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Eagles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
All